They carved their homes out of mountains. They shaped palaces from stone that even time couldn't break. A civilization so powerful, so advanced, that the world thought they'd last forever. But when pride became their god, and arrogance their language, the earth itself turned against them. This is not a myth. This is the true story of Qaum-e-Samood, the lost kingdom of Madain Saleh, a civilization wiped away in one terrifying moment. Stay till the end, because what destroyed them might just be the same arrogance destroying us today. Long before skyscrapers touched the clouds, before steel and glass cities were born, there was a people who carved entire worlds into rock. The Thamud, or Qaum-e-Samood, were descendants of Noah's son, Shem. They lived between present-day Saudi Arabia and Jordan, in a region now known as Al-Hijr or Madain Saleh. The Qur'an describes them as strong, skilled, and unmatched in craftsmanship. You carve from the mountains homes with great skill. Imagine this, massive tombs carved from red sandstone cliffs, pillars reaching 50 feet high, with intricate designs that even modern architects struggle to replicate. They didn't just build homes, they built monuments of immortality. They believed they were untouchable, and that belief became their downfall. The Thamud were not always corrupt. They were blessed with fertile lands, clear water springs, and one of the most powerful economies of their era. Trade routes from Yemen to Syria passed right through their valley. They grew rich on commerce, while their stone palaces became symbols of their pride. But when greed and arrogance filled their hearts, they forgot who gave them everything. That's when Allah sent Prophet Saleh, a righteous man from among them, to guide them back to the truth. Saleh told them, "Worship the one who created you. Do not turn your strength into pride." But the leaders of Thamud laughed. They said, "You were one of us, and now you claim to be a prophet?" To prove him wrong, they demanded a miracle. In the middle of the desert, between cliffs and dust, they pointed to a mountain and said, "If you can bring a living camel out of this rock, we'll believe you." Prophet Saleh had prayed, and before their eyes the mountain shook, cracked open, and from its heart emerged a giant she-camel, glowing with divine light. This wasn't just any animal, it was Allah's camel, a living sign of mercy and warning. Saleh told them, "This is Allah's she-camel. Let her drink freely from the well, and do not harm her, or punishment will fall upon you." For a while, some believed, but the arrogant leaders, the elites who feared losing their control, plotted against her. One night, as the valley slept, they killed the she-camel, laughing as her cry echoed through the cliffs. Saleh warned them again, "You have 3 days left. Then the punishment will come." 3 days. That was their final countdown. On the first day, their faces turned yellow. On the second, red. On the third, black as coal. And then, the sky roared. The earth screamed. An earthquake tore through the valley, followed by a thunderous blast from above. The mighty palaces of Thamud shattered. Their carved homes, their pride, became their graves. The Qur'an says, "So the earthquake seized them, and they lay lifeless in their homes. No escape, no survivors, only silence among the stones." Thousands of years later, their ruins still stand in Al-Ula, northwest Saudi Arabia. It's one of the best preserved archaeological sites in the world, with over 130 rock-cut tombs and inscriptions that whisper ancient warnings. Even modern archaeologists describe it as a city frozen in time. The same cliffs that once echoed laughter now echo only the desert wind. Travelers describe a strange stillness in Madain Saleh, as if the air itself remembers. In 2008, UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site, but even today, many locals avoid spending nights there. They say the place still feels watched. Prophet Muhammad himself once warned, "Do not enter the dwellings of those who wrong themselves, lest what befell them befall you, except in tears." It's a reminder that no empire, no civilization, no matter how powerful, can stand against divine justice. Before we continue, don't you forget to like this video and subscribe for more untold stories from the world of history, mystery, and lost empires. Now, Let us uncover what scientists and historians have recently discovered about the real cause of the Thamud's destruction. Modern researchers believe a massive earthquake and volcanic activity may have triggered the destruction of Thamud. But what's truly fascinating is how perfectly the geological evidence matches the Quranic description. The region lies on a fault line with volcanic basalt fields nearby. Archaeologists found sudden collapse layers, as if a violent tremor tore through the city in seconds. To believers, it wasn't just nature, it was the will of Allah, manifested through His creation. Because power and wealth are gifts, but pride turns them into weapons of self-destruction. Qaum-e-Samood's story isn't just ancient history, it's a mirror. They had technology, architecture beyond their time. They had prosperity, the envy of nations. They had art, beauty, and wealth, yet they lost everything because they forgot humility. Look around the modern world. Our skyscrapers pierce the clouds, our machines shape mountains, and our arrogance isn't very different from theirs. History doesn't repeat, we do. So who truly ruled, the Thamud or the one above them? When the ground opened, when silence followed, the answer became clear. Their palaces turned to dust. Their names faded. Only warnings remained. And to Thamud we sent their brother Saleh, who said, "Oh, my people, worship Allah," but they preferred blindness over guidance. So the thunderbolt of humiliation seized them for what they earned. Madain Saleh still stands, not as a wonder of architecture, but as a monument of warning. Every time the wind whispers through the red rocks of Madain Saleh, it tells the same story of people who had everything but lost it to pride. So the question isn't what destroyed them, it's whether we're walking the same path. Which do you think destroys civilizations faster, arrogance or forgetfulness? Comment below with your thoughts. And if you love stories that blend history, mystery, and divine truth, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep stories from the hidden corners of our world. Thank you for watching.